Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Thank you so much to all of you for joining me here today. We of course have another monthly reading. This is a zodiac reading for Leo for the month of August 2021. And just thank you for all joining me here today, all Leos, sun, moon and rising signs. These are messages for the month ahead for August. So if you're feeling stuck, or you're feeling you want to know sort of what's coming up and where you're going throughout the month of August, or just if you're feeling in a really good motivated energy and you're just looking for that extra inspiration and positivity, we're looking at the charms today and some oracle cards as well, just to keep going in that positive momentum, or to just really give us some guidance and inspiration as well throughout the month. So thank you all again for being here with your lovely positive energy and your support. I'm excited to get onto your reading today, Leo. I always keep all my zodiac charms in the bowl here, and just before the reading I always select the charm that I will be reading for. And usually I have to dig deep and have a good rummage, but today, Leo, you were just sitting on the top, chilling out, ready and waiting to have your reading. So that was nice and easy. You're ready to go, and you're obviously keen to hear your reading for August. So let's get into it. So here is the mixing cup. In you go, Leo, and I will select your charms and we'll see what messages you get for the month coming up. Oh, okay, it felt like quite a few there. So this is the noisy bit. I'm just going to give them a shake and then we'll cast the charms and see what we've got. Oh my goodness. Okay. I can see why you were so keen to get started, Leo, because there is a lot going on here. Very interesting, and I can't wait to get into it. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer so we can see exactly what's going on. Okay, Leo, so here we are taking a closer look at all your charms, and there are many charms on the board. That's okay. There's obviously a lot going on around you at the moment. But before I get into it, I'm just going to give another quick explanation of how I read the board, just in case anybody's new, just to give you an idea of how I break it down and divide it up. So what I will be reading is the very center of the board, is just looking at what your main attention is drawn to. So what will be your most where most of your focus will be drawn to for the main part of the month. So this center here is just really what you'll be focusing on throughout the month of August. We also will be reading the bottom section here as any challenges or obstacles that may be coming in for you. The top section here will be all about what's going on in your mind, so any thoughts or feelings, what's coming to the forefront of your mind, and what's taking up your focus there. On the left hand side, this will be your recent past, so this will be any events, obstacles, situations that you've been experiencing that you're coming through from the recent past of the last few months and weeks. And over here on the right hand side, this is where we'll be reading your near future, so what's coming up for you in the next few months, and where you'll be focusing your future towards. So, oh my goodness, right, take a deep breath, Leo. Where do we begin? Let's find you first. So here you are, up here in your thoughts and feelings. You're stuck in your head, I'm hearing. So I really want to come back to that, because well, it's so difficult to know where to start, but I really want to go, let's work our way across, because I really want to see what you've been working on recently and where you've been coming from. So there's definitely a lot going on in your mind at the moment, Leo, but what I want to look at here, this is your recent past, so the last few weeks and months, and we have the apple, and the apple's a really good charm. I love to see the apple there, because for some of you it literally can be health, so it can be related to you taking better care of your health. Maybe you've been looking at starting something new, changing your diet, a new workout routine, whatever that means for you. That may not be all of you, because it also can represent gaining knowledge and information as well. So this could be that you've been learning something new, you've been trying to gain knowledge or information about a particular situation. So maybe you've been learning something new about your health. You could combine the two meanings there, but it's something different for everyone. But it does have that maybe you've been teaching. It's definitely I'm getting a very learning, education kind of vibe from this charm here. Like I said, for some of you it could literally be health related, but I'm getting more of a sense of knowledge. I'm hearing more about gaining information or gaining knowledge. It could be that you have been the teacher, you have been the person sharing knowledge or information with others, but it could also be that you've been trying to gain information in order to bring clarity to a certain situation or learning something new. So a really, really good energy around the apple there, which I love to see. And we have the candle here, and the candle literally for me represents seeing the light through the darkness. So I'm not seeing any negative issues or obstacles that you've been coming through. Obviously, personally, individually, you may have been experiencing some challenges surrounding you, but for others, or for the most part, I'm seeing not so much any negativity, because with the candle you're starting to see the light through the darkness. So you're being guided you're being guided out of the dark, in towards the lighter end of the tunnel, if it were so, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I don't see that there's anything too challenging or too difficult, but I'm seeing really positive things with being guided forward, with the candle there, with going more towards the light. Oh my goodness, sorry. Right. When I get lots of information coming into my mind, I get so muddled up with my words. So please forgive me and bear with me. I'm hearing the messages, but I'm struggling to get all the words out in the right order. Sorry. So just to reiterate, if I haven't lost you already, it's a really good energy. If there have been any challenges, or if you have been going through any negativity or anything challenging or difficult, what I'm seeing now with the candle is that in recent times, in the last couple of weeks or months, you've been starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So you're being guided forwards into that lighter side of the situation. So there we go. Finally got it all out. Hopefully that made sense to you all. If you're still with me, then thank you for your patience. Okay, moving on, still in your past, in the recent past weeks and months, we're also seeing the daisy, which is another beautiful energy of new beginnings. And for some of you, I was going to say whoops a daisy. Oh gosh, that just seems really sad. I stopped myself from saying it because I didn't want to seem like I was making a sad joke. Right. So we have the daisy, and it can mean for some of you motherhood. It does literally represent motherhood. So that could be something new that's coming in for you recently. But also for others, it's just in general new beginnings coming forward. So that may be whatever you've been going through, coming out of the darkness into the light. We're starting to see some good positive new beginnings coming in for you, so that's fantastic. You have quite a cluster of initials here, so I'm going to read out all the different letters. So we have the letter R, and we also have, I'll come to that one in a little bit, we also have the letter F, Okay. And so when I read initials, it can be something different for everyone, but as I always say, it could be the initial of a person, a place, an experience or opportunity, or even an occupation. It may not resonate with you at all, but an R and an F are surrounding these charms here. So R is closer to the new beginning, and then also it's very closely linked to the full moon here. This is just a big button that I love, and for some reason it just reminded me of a full moon. So I read this as a full moon energy, and that is about being grateful and really being thankful for everything that you have around you, and for trusting and having faith in those manifestations coming in. So anything you've been working on, anything you've been trying to manifest, it's just about being thankful for what you already have in your life, and being thankful for the opportunities you've been given to be able to create those manifestations for yourself. So it's a really good energy, and definitely maybe there's been some contemplation going on for you in the recent weeks, which is really good. It can also be a very emotional energy as well. So perhaps it's been a time for just releasing any of those emotions, any negativity, so that you're focusing more on gratitude and being thankful for the positive things in your life. And it's really, really good just to have a clear out of any negativity, but that can, with that full moon energy, can really bring up a lot of emotions as well. So as I was saying, you have the initial F that's similarly why can't I get my words out today? Sorry, you have the letter F that's also quite close to the full moon there, but it also ties in with the dolphin here. So the dolphin is just a lovely, playful energy, but it calls for peace and harmony. So it's a beautiful, playful, fun energy, but it's just a reminder to just take some time to just have some fun and just create a lovely environment of peace and harmony. So that's up here in your thoughts and feelings. So where I'm seeing quite a lot going on up here in your mind, as I was saying at the beginning, here you are, Leo, maybe you're just really, really in your head thinking things over, and what you're being called upon here with the dolphin charm is just to start practicing perhaps some peace and some harmony, just to create that balance. Because if you have a very active mind at the moment, you're going to need to balance that out in a fun way as well, like, because the dolphin is a really playful energy. So it's just balancing it out, having some fun, allowing you to relax your mind and create that harmony and that balance. Because we do have the rabbit. This is my little rabbit button charm, and the rabbit just represents fertility. So it doesn't have to be fertility for making babies. It can be for some of you, perhaps that's been something you've been thinking about, but it's just fertility in general. About fertility is about creating the right environment. So what I'm seeing here is that because it's something you've been thinking about, you actually do have what the rabbit represents, is saying that you perhaps do have the environment that you need around you. But because it's up here in your thoughts and feelings, it's something that perhaps you are trying to work on. You're trying to create that environment, that perfect environment for whatever you're required to do. So if you're working on manifesting and you're trying to bring in the right environment around you, it's saying here with the rabbit that you do have the ability to do that, or you are beginning to do that. But I'm also seeing a lot going on in your mind as well. So if we keep going here where you are, Leo, you do have the wooden peg, and the wooden peg literally tells us just to hang in there. So stick it out, hang on in there. So whatever you're going through, whatever's going through your mind, you're just being called upon to just stick with it and hang on in there. Because underneath here we also do have the dagger, and the dagger is a representation of for some of you, it may be caution. And the caution, how I'm reading it here, is that it's just a reminder not to give up. So the caution is about giving up too soon. And with it closely being connected to the peg here, it's just a reminder that to just hang on in there, keep going, don't give it up before you've completed. So whatever it is you've been manifesting here, you have new beginnings coming in for you, and you're starting to see the light out of the dark, but you're trying to create that perfect environment. And you do have the ability, you definitely have things coming in for you that's going to help you create that environment, but it's requiring you to just calm your mind and just take some time to find peace and harmony and balance, because we have some areas of quite busyness going on here, a little bit of chaos maybe, and so it's just asking you to not give up, just to take your time, to just stick with it, and definitely the new beginnings are coming in. So for others, it can be a defensiveness as well. The dagger can represent the need to be defensive or to protect yourself. So whatever that may be for some of you, that could be a significant message as well. But overall, I'm getting that I'm hearing the phrase just like don't give up, don't give up, don't give in just before you're about to succeed. So what we also have up here is the revolver, and the revolver can mean two different things. It can represent just the need to get started, so it's the pull the trigger kind of energy, and it's just telling you that perhaps for some of you, you maybe just need to get started. So where you're trying to create the right environment, but you know, maybe you're feeling frustrated and you're being required to just hang on in there and keep going, maybe it's also calling upon you just to get started with something, with an idea or with a project. Whatever is going on in your mind, it may be just requiring you to just pull the trigger and go for it. And for others, it can be representative of the need to defend yourself. And the reason I say that is because it's pointing directly here towards an Aries charm. So it's possible I'm seeing here some conflict for some of you. So hopefully nothing too serious or nothing too negative, but it's possible that perhaps there's a little bit of friction or a little bit of conflict here with an Aries sign, and it's perhaps that you're feeling the need to defend yourself. Maybe you're defending your ideas, but there may have been a disagreement there and you're feeling called to just protect yourself or defend yourself against, or you know, in this conflict with the Aries here. That may not be for everyone, obviously. There's just an Aries energy coming in. It could be that you have Aries in your chart as well, but also it could just be an Aries coming in around a particular situation that maybe you need to feel like you've got to protect yourself a little bit or defend yourself. But I don't see anything too negative there. It's not surrounded by any other serious charms. We do have the dagger, obviously, but as I said, I was reading the dagger more as a caution to not give up. So I don't think that's directly related to the situation you have here with that Aries. But again, as I said, the revolver also could be just getting started. So it could be, you know, an Aries is coming in to help you get started on whatever it is you're wanting to work on, or whatever changes you're wanting to make. Maybe there is, on a positive note, an Aries coming in to help you achieve that. So it can mean something different for everyone. And we also do have the rose here. For some of you, this may represent romance. So I don't often read the rose as romance, but that may be what it means to you. And also we do have the Aries coming in there as well. So perhaps potentially with the revolver representing to pull the trigger, maybe there is a possible romantic situation coming in with an Aries, and it could just be saying that, you know, go for it or get started, you know, That could be a positive thing with the Aries here. If it is referring to a potential conflict, however, the rose to me usually represents that balance of beauty and pain. So you have the beauty of the rose, and then you have the pain of the thorn. So that the thorn creating that almost defensive, kind of protective energy. And so what you're being called upon to do is to perhaps try to see both sides of the situation, to try and find that balance, because there may be conflict, there may be disagreement, which may be causing friction or pain or frustration. But we're asking to what you're being asked to do, is to look for the opposite side of that and try to find a compromise perhaps, or try to find the balance in the situation where maybe you can work it out if you can look for the more of the beauty side of the situation. I don't know what's wrong with my words today, but if you can make sense of that, it's just calling for finding the balance between that love and hate almost. So it's just about perhaps there may be compromise needed in order to just kind of resolve a situation. So whatever that means for you, there's definitely a lot going on up here in your mind, Leo, and maybe that's why I'm tripping over my words today, because I'm definitely have a really weird energy about me reading these charms, because I'm just feeling that my mind is all kind of muddled up, and it possibly could be the energy that you're going through at the moment, Leo. So maybe there's just a lot going on for you and you're all sort of stuck in your head about it, but don't worry, because in your main sort of focus area here, we're seeing some really, really positive charms as well. So I wouldn't worry too much, Leo, because coming down further here, we have a really lovely charm with the pineapple. And the pineapple is representative of a warm welcome. It can also be luxury as well. So whatever situation comes in here for you, it's that perhaps you're seeing some warmth and some warm welcome. So perhaps you're being invited into something that's really helping you feel like you're very welcome and you're fitting in, and you're being welcomed into something. So that could be something completely different for all of you. It could be family related, or it could be starting a new job even, and you're feeling really welcomed into the team. It's not surrounded by any other charm, so it's not indicating anything specific for me. So it could just be something different for all of you. But it's a really lovely, luxurious energy. And it doesn't necessarily mean luxury in the material wealth, but it can just be just that the environment around you. So where we were looking at creating this perfect environment here with the rabbit, it could just be that you're coming into this really warm and inviting, luxurious kind of like energy and environment around you. So it's a really good thing, Leo. So you're coming into something really positive here, and this is your main focus for the month. And so here down at the center of your board, so we have the sunflower, which is representative of just absolute happiness and joy and optimism as well. And we also have it here with the dog, and the dog is all about loyalty and trust and unconditional love. So seeing it here with the optimism and the happiness of the sunflower, and the dog being a symbol of trust as well. It's just, I'm seeing here is that you're being asked to look on the brighter side of things, to trust that everything's coming in for you, where you've really set your intentions and really focused on bringing in your manifestations to create the perfect environment and to start these new beginnings. You're just being asked to have trust and faith and to be optimistic that it's all moving in the right direction. Because you also have the owl here, which is representative of personal growth through learning. And that can be, for some of you, absolutely, it could be learning sorry, I'm just trying to focus on the little owl here. Okay, so it could just be learning through academic learning. So maybe you're learning a new skill, you're going back to school, or to begin a new course on something. But also it can be spiritual learning as well for some of us. And I'm definitely seeing that represented here in the bones. So the bones again, it can be health related for some of you. It could literally be just taking care of your health or focusing on your health. And for others, it can be spiritual growth as well, which is why I was linking it here to the owl. It was slightly just across from the owl, but they do represent a similar thing. So if your learning isn't an actual academic learning, like learning a new skill or going back to school, it could be for some of you a spiritual learning as well, which is where the bones come in, because they represent that spiritual growth. But as I said, also they can literally represent health as well, so bettering your health and taking care of your health as well. And it can also sometimes represent just going back to the bare bones of a situation or a project. So maybe just taking a step back and having another look at your situation. So maybe just trying to take a bit of time to think what it is you're wanting to learn, what you're needing to learn in order to help you move forward. But we have some really, really good charms down here, because you also have the wine goblet here, the wine glass, and that's literally representative of celebration, an event coming in, or just a celebration for some of you. So a really happy, positive energy, celebrating success, celebrating like it could be literally a wedding, it could be a birthday, whatever that may mean for you, but there's definitely an event coming in and a cause for celebration, which is great. We're also seeing here the duck, and the duck is just a reminder to have confidence and to be intuitive as well. So I always say about the duck can live confidently on water, on land, and can also fly through the air. So it's a very adaptable creature, and it can literally exist on earth, water, and through air. So it's a very confident and very successful creature. So it's about just trusting your intuition, finding your confidence, and just, again, it's so closely linked here to that optimism and that trust. So it's just believing in yourself as well. And we do have something interesting down here. We have another initial, and that is the letter G. Okay, again, so as I was saying before, it could be the initial of a person, a place, an experience, opportunity, or occupation. And we have it very closely linked to the Cancer Zodiac charm. So you have a Cancer energy coming in for you here, or someone already in your life that is a Cancer Zodiac sign. And we have it very closely linked here to the dragonfly. And the dragonfly is representative of change and evolving. So the needing to adapt, or the need, to adapt and change in order to improve your circumstances. I'm going to get closer because I love this sweet little charm of the dragonfly. Isn't it so adorable? So yes, that's representative of the need to evolve and change so that you can improve your circumstances. So with it being closely linked to the Cancer Zodiac charm here, it's perhaps saying that there is somebody coming in for you to help you make those changes or to help you adapt, or it could be somebody around you that's going to be particularly helpful or integral to helping you make those changes. Again, that may not be for all of you, but we also do see it here in this little circle of charms. I'm also seeing with the knife, and the knife represents cutting ties and cutting loose ends and things that no longer serve you. So it's almost like literally does bring to mind the phrase of cutting the atmosphere with a knife, like you could cut the tension with a knife. So it's perhaps that there may be again some potential conflict or some negativity possibly surrounding the Cancer sign here. There is a need to change and evolve and adapt, so it's possible that whatever this situation may be here, you may need to release some negativity in order to be able to make those changes and to evolve. So it's nothing too bad. It's just about letting go of anything that doesn't serve you anymore. So any negative relationships or any negative or just negative behaviors and patterns from within as well. So anything that you're holding on to that you feel that is just perhaps holding you back, it's just about cutting those ties. It could for some of you potentially be in direct relation with a Cancer sign, but it's possible, as I said, on a positive note, that Cancer sign could be coming in to help you make those positive changes. So whatever it is you may need to release and let go of, it could be an internal thing, it could just be any thoughts and feelings that no longer serve you any good purposes. So just take it as it may or may not resonate with you. It's something different for everyone. And I will come back to this initial here, but we also do have your challenges and obstacles area here at the bottom, and there's nothing too much to be concerned about here. We do have another zodiac charm, which is the Virgo, and closely next to that we also do have the ship's wheel, and the ship's wheel is just a symbol of going in the right direction. And as I'm seeing it in your challenges and obstacles area, it's just perhaps that especially because you've really been in your own head a lot, that you're perhaps finding that you're a bit more stuck than you wanted to be, that you're struggling to move forward, or you're struggling to find the direction that you're wanting to go in. For some reason that is linked to a Virgo for some of you, whatever that may be. It's possible that you're just not sure about the direction that you're wanting to go in, or perhaps you're just feeling frustrated that because there's a lot going on up here in your mind, that perhaps you're just frustrated that you're not moving in the direction as quickly as you wanted to be. But definitely I'm seeing some really positive things coming in with the celebration here. You're being required just to look more on the optimistic side of life, so just to trust and to keep learning and to keep growing, and just to release any negativity. There's that caution there with just reminding you to hang in and not give up. There's potential some conflict with others around you. It could just be that that's creating a little bit of frustration around you, and you're needing to just sort of release any of that negative energy just to help you move forward. But some really, really good positive things coming in for you. I love the pineapple with that really warm, welcoming environment, whatever that is. And I almost forgot here, this is just coming slightly out of your focus, your main focus, but for some of you this could be significant. You have another zodiac charm here with the Scorpio. And the Scorpio is very close to the initial of the letter P. So that could be a significant message for some of you that I did almost overlook there. Sorry about that. But then it just caught my eye and the corner of the board there. So whatever that is, it's very close to the new beginnings, but it's really just in a little area of its own. It's a Scorpio zodiac energy with the initial P. So that may or may not resonate with you, but that may be a significant message for some of you. And then moving over, I just double check. You have a lot of initials today. In your challenges and obstacles area, you also have the letter I. Sorry, it's not very clear. It's hard to see there, but it is the letter I. Just double check. There's nothing else down there. And so again, potentially the initial of a person, place, occupation, experience, or opportunity. Something different for everybody, sorry. But also, finally, you do have one last initial. This is going in towards your near future. So what's coming up for you in the next few weeks and months, sorry. And what we're seeing here is this sweep of charms that are all going in that direction. So working towards your future here, you're definitely being required to just look towards your future with optimism and hope, because there's some really good things coming in for you. Before you move ahead, perhaps there may be some things that you need to kind of let loose, just to cut those ties perhaps of negativity, so you're not being held back at being able to make those changes. So definitely some learning and some spiritual growth, or some academic learning for some of you. And just remember to be to trust in your intuition, to be confident in moving forward in this next direction. And in the future for you here, for some of you, this is an unusual one. It's the letter Z. If you can see that clearly there, if I could try and focus it. So it's the letter Z, which is slightly unusual, but that could be significant to some of you. So that's moving in towards your near future there. So an awful lot going on for you, Leo. Hopefully, sorry, I couldn't get my words out. I was really struggling there. There was a lot coming in through my mind, but I was feeling really stuck and not being able to get my words out. So for some reason, and because I haven't been like that with any of the other readings, I'm just wondering if I'm picking up on a particular energy from you here. Again, this may not be all of you, but I am seeing just a lot going on in your mind here, Leo. So if you can just try to find that balance, try to find just something fun to focus on, and just to try and be optimistic, and just stick with it and hang on in there, because we're seeing some really, really positive things coming in for you. You've been doing the work, you've been manifesting, and I know that perhaps you're finding that there's some frustration with not knowing the direction that you're moving in, or perhaps feeling like you're not moving quick enough towards the direction that you want to go in. But nothing too negative, I feel, just a lot of frustrating energy that I'm getting for you. So lots to work on this month, Leo. This is your month as well. This is your birthday month. That's where we're perhaps seeing that celebration coming in. So lots of you, many of you will be celebrating your birthday here in the month of August. So this is your month, Leo. So try to enjoy it. Try to just find that balance and that happiness. Try not to get too stuck in your own thoughts and feelings here. If you can, just take the time to release some of that negativity, so that you can find that happiness and that playfulness and that fun side of life, because there are good things coming in. You've definitely had some new beginnings showing up and lots of reasons to celebrate. So you're working towards the future, a positive future. You're just trying to create the right environment for yourself and to get yourself back on track and moving forward in the right direction. So definitely an interesting month for you, Leo. Lots going on. Perhaps you'll be quite busy, but lots to think about for you, I think. So an interesting charm reading for you there. Hopefully you were able to resonate with some of those messages. I will now just zoom the camera back out, and we'll take an extra look at the oracle decks for just a few additional messages there for this reading. Okay, so here we are. Here's your very busy, hectic charm reading for the month of August, Leo. So that was interesting. There was a lot going on there. So what I want to also do is just get a couple of quick extra messages for you, Leo. And this is the Secret Language of Color deck here. And this just gives just some really lovely messages about how we can use colour to enhance our lives. It can change our mood. It can, particularly if we're needing to, just balance out your energies. Perhaps you can use colour in your meditation. We surround ourselves with colour throughout our lives anyway, but definitely it's definitely worth using colour to perhaps revitalize yourself, to calm yourself, in whatever way you choose to do that. I just feel I'm a big believer in just using colour to really help balance our moods and give us maybe some energy. Oops. Let me try and shuffle them here. Just, yeah, give us some energy and some positivity. It could be helpful to some of you. So I'm just going to give them a shuffle here. It's a big deck, so it's a tricky one. I will, of course, leave all the descriptions of the decks that I'm using down below. And let's see what colours come up for you for August, Leo. Whoops. They are tricky. Whoops, sorry. Please bear with me. Okay, let's just go for cutting the deck, and then we'll see what you get. Okay, Leo, so with all of this going on, you've had a lot of messages there. Let's just see what colours you've been given. Ooh. Okay. Gold. That's, wow. That's really good. I love it. So the message is attract abundance. So maybe this is where you've been really trying to focus your energies, Leo, because what we're seeing here is a lot of complication. I really did feel like my messages in my mind were getting quite muddled up, and I was really struggling to get my words out because I'm really seeing that there's a lot going on with you here, Leo. So maybe this is where you had the full moon up here in your recent weeks and months. You've been perhaps working towards manifesting, creating a better environment for yourself, and so that's really creating a lot of thoughts and a lot of change going on in your mind. So definitely this is a beautiful, rich colour, and it is all about attracting abundance. So this is maybe for some of you just really where you're wanting to focus your energy at, just bringing in that abundance. As I say here, it's you have this lovely pineapple energy, which does also represent that kind of luxury and that warm, welcoming environment. So you're definitely looking at changing your circumstances and really improving the environment and your life around you. So it is encouraging you to keep focusing on that abundance. Really take some time to really keep manifesting and focusing on what you're working towards, because even with perhaps potential conflict or maybe needing to release some negativity, it's possible that it's causing you some frustration, that you're not moving in the direction that you wanted to, but you're just being called upon to focus on that abundance, focus on your manifestations, things that you want to bring in to make the positive changes in your life, and then you will start seeing that that direction moving forward for you. So hopefully that really meant something to some of you. And then you also have cyan, which is to build your confidence. And I love that. I love this beautiful cyan colour. And really where I'm seeing that in the board is where we had the duck here, which was representative of your intuition and being confident. As I was saying, the duck confidently can live on water, land, and through air. And so the duck can really adapt and do it all. So it has to be a very adaptable, flexible creature to be able to confidently live and exist in all those different environments. So it's just calling upon you to really find your confidence in order to be able to adapt and make the changes that are required, and just to really have faith and to trust and to really be optimistic as well about the changes that you're making, because if you can just listen to your intuition, build on your confidence, really believe in yourself, Leo. And I definitely think you can really bring in this abundance that you're wanting to bring forth into your life. So some really good messages hopefully for all of you there. And then I love to just finish off the end of a reading, as always, with my Moonology Oracle deck. This is just a small deck of Moonology cards, and they always have really, really good positive messages and a good way to end a reading as well. So one final message for you, Leo. Gosh, thank you for bearing with me. Sorry, I found that quite a challenging one. You're not challenging, Leo, not at all. But there was just so much going on and I just couldn't seem to get my words out. So huge apologies and absolutely thank you so much for bearing with me. I hope we all managed to get through it and maybe got some messages out of it that you can resonate with, which would be great. Oops, and one final message for you here for the month ahead, which is August 2021. What do you have? Okay, yes, I think this is really important. Hold your vision. I love how they always have the perfect message. So I hope that really means something to some of you, or all of you, hopefully. Hold your vision. I really do think that's like the perfect summary at the end of this reading, because I think so much is going on with you, Leo. So much is going on in your mind, and it's for the most part really positive things. I definitely sense some frustration in this reading, but I think what you're being told here, especially with this don't give up, hang on in there energy, it's just reminding you, as you've set your intentions, keep hold of that vision, stick with your intentions, remind yourself, take time out of your day to just remind yourself, what are you working towards, what are you manifesting. Hold your vision and don't give up, don't let go, because you can do it. You have to believe in yourself, you have to find your confidence, because you've set those intentions and now you just need to keep reminding yourself of what you're working towards, because it's asking you here to be optimistic, to trust, because there's definitely good things coming in for you, and just try not to lose sight of your goal, Leo. So whatever it is you're working towards, just hang on in there and hold your vision. I love that. Is the perfect message. I hope that really means something to you, because I love how they all work together. All the cards and the charms work so well together, and I think that was a fantastic message to summarize the whole reading. So thank you so much for bearing with me again. As I said, it's an interesting month for you, Leo. I hope you can definitely find time to celebrate. Happy birthday to all of those who have a birthday throughout August, and happy birthday to anyone that's recently celebrated their birthday at the end of July. Have a fantastic month. Try to just find the fun and the joy and just create that balance and that harmony, so that you can have a really great month. And thank you all so much for bearing with me and for being here for this reading. I am sending love, light and blessings to you all.